went to Sheffield Wednesday review. This was a Sky Sports game and there wasn't a lot of fans at the game. To be fair, there was a lot of empty seats, but I think there was a boycott by some Wednesday fans for the game because it's like 36 quid a ticket. There was a very good build up to the game and it was a derby. It's a Yorkshire derby and first one of the season. Well, second one of the season for us really. But the team was Kirtland, Buxton, Gardner, Zayata, Halan, Palmer, Prutton, Coke, Antonio, Maguire and Newshoe. The subs were Reader, Samido, Mohammed, Davey, McCabe, Larty and Lera. Flo got left out. It was a good build up to the game and it had that classic derby tempo. It was very fast, very hard tackle going in. We had some good bits where we were switching the ball a lot, but there was a lot of the usual Wednesday thing. There's no one in midfield putting the foot on the ball. We're losing possession far too easily. And it seems like we were doing really well. We had some good corners and the first half was quite positive. The entire game was really positive, like if I'm fair. We were really good at getting people forward to start off with. I thought Newhoe had some good spells and good touches. He probably needs another striker up front with him to properly use that ability to hold the ball up in his height. So once we get that, that should be brilliant and that should be sorted. Pollen was a handful for Buxton. Buxton pulled his shirt and he went down in the box. At the end of the day he did pull his shirt but referee said play on. Buxton were back in team. It was good to see him in the team and one of the things I would say is people were flagging him off on Twitter and all that good stuff as per usual. And you've got to remember it's his first proper game back and it's a Leeds derby. So consider it was a Leeds derby, his first game back. I thought he did very, very well. The first booking went for Maguire. A lot of people think it should have gone for a Leeds player because he did a tackle on, I think it was Antonio. And we seen it really, really well and we kept on getting forward and kept on testing him a little bit. And then a corner came in by Halan. Antonio headed it, I think it was Halan, it might have been Palmer after we watch it. But it was headed back by Antonio across the box and Zayata headed it in and it was a great header and it got a 1-0. And to be fair, I think we deserved that for how we played. Leeds were very good when they were going forward and we were having to be very careful. Every time they went forward they looked dangerous and like they could do something. Polyon for them is a very good player. Varney, we all know about Varney. Let's be honest, he played for us and he scored against us twice last season to win it for him. And there was some great touches, like I said, by Newhoe. He had one where he chested it down, played it to Maguire and went. But it felt like Maguire didn't really get into the game that well, but it was a good game anyway. Good game and a good match for him and he did alright for me. We went into half time 1-0 up and it was nice to know that we hadn't conceded yet and we were playing well. In the second half, Antonio lost the ball a little bit in the middle of the park and Gardner managed to get the ball and win us a free kick for it, but Gardner did go down and he did look injured. And a lot of players did go down a couple of times and you start to have that worrying feeling, especially when our players went down because we had got a big injury list as it is. Palmer for me worked very hard and he was doing really well. And the thing that we had Leeds had that we didn't have, we got no one in the middle of the pit to hold the ball up, look around, move it around a bit more. There's just no one like that. And Palmer played superb for me. He got questions after him. He played very well on the counter. There was one instance in the second half where he got the ball cleanly smashed to his face and Antonio managed to keep it in and win a free kick. That's a little bit further down on here. They had a lot of good chances, and like Antonio got a crossing and knew who went for the volley and it just wasn't there. But Leeds made it 1-1 and for me it seems like Zayata just didn't get a chance, dived in too early, didn't get a chance to get back, and McCormack did very well with his goal. I've got to admit, it was a very well taken goal and made it 1-1. And then you felt like it was going to be one of those things again. And again, it was bad. It was bad again in the midfield bit where we lost it, where we should have kept it a bit better. You felt like, we thought, is it that key old thing, we're going to force Leeds at the back, is there going to be another corner in by Leeds and they're going to make it 2-1? Because that seemed to be the run of the mill for Wednesdays, like 2-1 defeats. This is it. Yeah, and it was nice to see when Maguire came off and Reader came on, and New came off and Mahoma came on. So we kind of went to playing no striker Barcelona system, and it worked to a point. New looked like he was a bit gutted for getting off and a bit surprised when he came off the pitch. And I thought Mahoma had a really good game. I think he just needs more time to settle with the club, and I think we'll get the most out of him. Him and Antonio, what we got at the minute, and Halan and Palmer to a point, would feed until JJ comes back from suspension. But you could tell Leeds were getting very, very frustrated and getting very risky at times as well. There was a close one by Leeds somewhere on the halfway. They were close, and then something happened with Antonio and Peltier. And it was basically Peltier manhandled Antonio to the ground, and then Antonio had a bit at him as well while they were on the ground. So it was a bit. It one of those ones when you look at it, you think, that should have been the fan in you goes, that should have been a red for the Leeds player. But when you look back at it, it's like they were both as bad at each other. Yeah, Peltier shouldn't have put him down, but Antonio's reaction wasn't good as well. So it was 50-50 for me. I have missed something from the first half, I just remembered. We had a great header where it just got saved on the line by Kenny, and it was a very good chance by Newhu. And I really like how he's playing in a minute. He just needs another strike off him, like I said. But like I said, Leeds were getting very frustrated. Antonio had a great shot and he kept it low and powerful, but Kenny got to it. And you kept on thinking every time Leeds went forward, this is going to be it, where they're going to go, and you felt very worried. And Leeds started to come forward, and you were hoping our defence could stay solid. And Leeds managed to scramble away a chance for us. I think it was Palmer on the follow-up. Reader made a tackle on their player, kind of took his head off. And as the ball comes in, it hits the Leeds defender clear on the arm. You handball, but in that situation, it's a hard one to give because the referee couldn't see it and stuff. But it was definitely handball. And in those situations, I thought the Leeds and Wednesday did play well, and for me, Leeds kept on trying to go down for every single penalty, and it was really irritating. Fulton need to learn a bit more for that for Leeds, that you can't go down and you're going to win everything, and they just kept on going down for things like that, which were nowhere near, and it was one of those games. But I thought the referee had an okay game for me. It was fairly balanced. He didn't send anyone off, because I thought, like I said, I thought the Antonio Peltier thing could have been a red for both. Palmer got a clean kick to face, and Antonio managed to sort it out. And there was a lot of players on each side going down that looked like they got knocks and stuff, but it is a Leeds United Sheffield Wednesday derby. It's going to happen. And there was a free kick in the 90th minute, I think it was, and it seemed like that was going to be where they were going to go, and it was good blocked by the wall. Kirtland did his job and he did very well in that. And where am I? And it was good, and there was a player down in our box when the cross came in by Antonio. I think it was Coat, and the Leeds player didn't kick out because they don't have to if the referee doesn't say so, and so that was pretty much our last chances of the game. For me, to take a point, our first points of the season against Leeds is brilliant, to be fair. It's our first points. I thought we played quite well, and I think we deserved to come away with the win. But that being said, Leeds did it well, and it was just one of those classic derby games. And it was nice to have this game not full of things going on with the fans. Yes, there was the usual chanting that I read on Twitter about, but it was played very well. It was that typical derby atmosphere, and it was a very good game. We've got our first points on the board. We're in 19th place at the moment. The game to play later, but I'd take if you turned around and said to me at the start of the day, would you take a draw against Leeds? And I think everyone would have bit your hand off at that and just take a draw and get us a little bit more moving. Hopefully we can get a striker in before the Millwall game. That'd be brilliant. That is at home. Let's hope there's no trouble on that one, but I will be doing a review on that, a preview on that as well. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. We've got our first points. Keep believing in the lad, and when you're on Twitter and stuff like that, try and not be so defeatist about how players are. This is our third game of the season. You can start getting into that mindset as how you're criticising them and stuff, say October, November time. Until then guys, this is Chef41, and it's been a pleasure doing this video for you, and I hope you enjoy it. Bye.